Okay, so we're going to get our object to jump, and that way we can start moving over obstacles and creating a more realistic game. So I'm going to have the script up for you to copy. It's going to replace our player move script. So you can create another script if you want to and paste it, or you can just paste it over your current script. Again, if you're going to copy and paste it, make sure you start pasting here. And if you're going to take it over the old one, you delete everything underneath there and then paste everything that you just copied underneath it. So you delete the old one if you want to keep the original one, delete the old one, and then put the other one here. You can see we've added quite a bit, which we're going to be going with some here. So again, it will go on your player. Now we're going to have a couple more things to fill. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our ground, and up here we're going to create a layer called ground. So you're going to have to add layer and then type it in one of these sections, doesn't matter which one. So, and then when you're going to have to go choose it when you go to your ground. So then make sure you choose the one you did there. So we have to have that ground set there. We're creating an empty game object. Create empty, and you're going to name it ground check. Okay. And you're going to put it underneath your player. So now if we look at that player, we can start seeing our collider is maybe too close to the ground. Yeah, and we can also shrink this collider if we want to. So we can change that height of the player, the settings that we have, and I think it's under the body. No, it's under the player. So we could change this height and stuff right there for that character controller. So you can fool whatever you want to, but make sure it's not under the ground. And when we go there to our player, you're going to have to drag your ground check in here. And make sure your ground check is underneath the player, but not underneath the ground. So we're taking the plane, which is named ground, we're going to give it a layer called ground. And then we're going to our player, and we're going to create a new empty object called ground check. And we're going to drag it in there, and then we have to set our ground mask as ground. So here, layer ground. Here, dragging the ground check in, which is under the player. Move it down here when you create that empty. And then making sure we choose ground as our ground mask. And so when we move, should be able to jump and come down. Now we're going to go through this, but notice we cannot jump when I'm in the air. So if I make my jump height 30. Notice I'm coming down with gravity, and I can't come up without, I can't jump again until I hit the ground. So go ahead and copy that new script. Make sure it's put on here. Make sure you drag the ground check in, and you set that new ground, create that new layer, because you're going to have to choose it down here too, and then go choose it for your ground, and save as scene. And we're going to start going through some of this script this next week or so. The script will be up in Google Drive, or I may place it on another site too.